That means
Can
you
hear
us? Can you hear us?
Can you hear us?
Can you hear us? Where's the
Are
chat
you
so we
listening?
can make sure if they can hear us or not?
Where's okay?
Is this it right here?
Yes.
This is a good start.
Hello.
We've never
yawn
gone
of the
live
day.
this early before.
I know.
We're usually like way later. Hey TM,
Hey.
MMA
Yeet.
King.
Yeet.
TM can hear us.
There we go. We got the
Anissa,
first
Paul. Oh
confirmation.
my gosh, people are coming in right now. This is great. I'm always happy to be here. We will watch our language.
I'm gonna stare
The last
directly
one
at your
got a
mouth.
major demonetization. Thanks, buddy.
Ooh.
Appreciate Super saying I got a nice beard. I do
Ooh.
like our beard.
Someone, MMA King, new rock stars. That's right. Our episode just premiered.
Did not know it was coming out this time. Otherwise, I wouldn't have announced the live stream coming out this time. That's to not overlap with that one.
The whole point of this live stream is to tell you to go watch that video.
Yeah, go watch our new rock stars video.
Click
people.
off, come back in an hour.
Anissa, Oliva in the chat. All right, guys. Well, today's theme is going to be a fun one. It's going to be all the movies and shows we've watched during quarantine so far. We'll be naming ours off randomly throughout the stream. And then, of course, be reading what you guys have also watched as well. So keep going into the comments and keep listing whatever it is that you guys have been watching during this quarantine time. Alrighty. So I'll kick it off with my first one. And then, of course, we'll go to the chats and everything. But let me see really quick. Who else do we got? Thanks, Anissa. Oh, Alan Ramsey over here is saying he watched Place Beyond the Pines again recently. Such a good movie.
Good movie.
I'm curious. Do you think that the also, by the way, I never say this, but I feel like it's important to say it. Can you guys hit the like button? I don't even say that in like non-live stream videos, but can you guys hit that like button? I feel like it makes a major difference.
Yes, it does.
I don't really know how it makes a difference, but I notice everyone else keeps saying it, and I think that it does help the algorithm.
If you upvote the live stream, more people will show, and then we'll get to 200 concurrent viewers, and then I can reveal the surprise.
Is that how it works?
That's how I've chosen to make it work, but I might change it.
Oh, awesome. That's good to hear.
If we never get to 200 concurrent viewers.
Well, I mean, if you guys can go ahead and hit the like button, that would mean a lot. Thank you for everyone who has done so already. I'll kick it off with the one that I've seen recently. And John and I were planning on, it was not really a plan, but it was kind of like an idea that just didn't really pan out, which was maybe streaming Extraction, but due to time with Patreon and stuff, it just wasn't able to make it work. But I watched Extraction recently.
Ooh.
And have you seen it yet?
No, not.
It's a pretty badass movie. Like it's really badass. I don't really care for the storyline in between the action scenes. There's this one really popular sequence that happened in the movie that is basically like it's supposed to look like one take. It's obviously not one take, but it goes on for such a long time, and it's still really impressive and absolutely beautiful to look at. And Chris Evans, that's the right one, right? No, Hemsworth. Chris Hemsworth is just always a delight to watch.
Come on.
And even though I didn't really care for the script in between, I still thought that it was a really cool movie, and I thought the acting was still great, and the way it's shot is cool. It's kind of got like some of that Michael Bay lighting, but it's shot better than a lot of Michael Bay movies. I would definitely say Extraction. John, you got one?
Oh man, I've watched actually probably more movies in quarantine than I've watched in a long time.
Yeah, like what?
We revisited both Bill and Ted movies, which made me so happy, partly because it's been a while since I've seen them both, and this was the first time that we were all able to come together and agree that even though Excellent Adventure, sets the standard, Bogus Journey is pretty awesome too. So
yeah,
I love that movie, and that actually has perhaps my favorite on-screen Grim Reaper. I love what William Sadler does in that role, and I'm so glad he's coming back for part 3. So yeah, that's piece of escapism we got into.
Good call, John.
Thank you.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you, Gregory. We've watched. I got movies for days on this one.
Let's see what some people in the chat are saying right here.
Jester12, we have watched Cobra Kai. We did first season together, and then I did season 2 on Patreon.
Season 2 on Patreon. We got Jacob, who binge watched Battlestar Galactica series twice. Have you seen Battlestar Galactica?
I've seen none of Battlestar Galactica.
Then let's talk about Battlestar Galactica on this live stream. I feel like it makes for some really good material here.
Didn't Katie Sackhoff be on that show? Yeah, she's in The Mandalorian now.
Cedric watched Dawn of the Dead, and that's a good call right there.
Zack Snyder. Hey, speaking of Zack Snyder, just last night we were watching 300, and the DVD of 300 must be cursed because we had 2 copies, and both of them broke 2 of our DVD players.
Oh, we got let's see here. Melanie watched The Crow. That was one of my childhood movies growing up.
That's a great movie.
They should remake it with Timothy Chalamet.
That's
the one everyone wants.
You know, I don't want it, but I think it could work.
Yeah.
Person, shouts out to Andrew Gordon, because Person was watching Daredevil 2015 and The Punisher from later. So if anybody can share that Daredevil love, it's Andrew Gordon.
Oh, we got some super chats in here. Let's acknowledge the super chats.
Yes, let's get super.
All right. Oh, so our first one, thank you, Ryan Beatty, Darth Yoda 066. That's one of his names. He says, hey guys, the original Jurassic Park, Treasure Planet, Lion King 94, a lot of Disney, and I'm binge watching Doctor Who at the moment. Of course you're binge watching Doctor Who at the moment. He watches with us on our Patreon as well.
Those are binging very slowly.
Those are some great movies to watch right now. Jurassic Park, absolute classic. I've never seen Treasure Planet.
I saw.
As a matter of fact, we lost a what? Can't say something. I almost gave a spoiler and almost got an email from a certain Christian Harloff about it. Yeah,
careful there. See, it's easy to do that.
There was a question that came up in regards to Treasure Planet. That's all I'll say.
Somewhere,
what round it was in the Schmodown. But
I won't even say it was the Schmodown.
Yeah, appreciate your super chat, by the way.
Yeah.
And what is Lion King 94? A lot of Disney. I love your taste. It's all Disney kids movies, Treasure Planet, Lion King 94, and then you got Jurassic Park here.
The most horrifying film.
What a random thing to get into
back in the day.
Some people saw that I talked about The Sopranos on. I'm seeing here in the chat. I talked about The Sopranos on Stardust, and yeah, I'm on season 3 right now. That's a heavy ass show. That's one of the shows I'm watching right now. And yes,
it's one of the original heavy ass shows.
I got to tell you guys, I have been continuing the Clone Wars. I started again in a chronological order. So much better that way. I'm on the movie right now. I'm only halfway through the movie because I was like, all right, I can easily carve out 22 minutes at least 1 to 2 times a week to watch a Clone Wars episode. And of course, that's a movie. So it's a little bit of a longer experience. But honestly, I've heard so much crap about the movie. Like, the movie sucks, but the show's good. Watching the movie, because it's to watch Clone Wars in chronological order, you got to watch the first 2 episodes and then the movie. And watching the first 2 episodes properly first, I don't know if I'm sounding like it makes sense right now. Watching the first 2 episodes first, then going into the movie makes I'm honestly really enjoying the movie. So I'm not on this like hate bandwagon for the film, because I think watching it in the proper order just makes absorbing the storytelling that much easier to do.
Well, and it sounds like you're watching that at the front of your viewing experience, so you don't have as much build up in your head. I don't remember where the movie came out in relation, but yeah.
Yeah. John, got any commentary on the Clone Wars?
Oh, the Clone Wars. Well, after Bo-Katan lost the Darksaber, and
maybe you should go to our new Rockstars video.
You should go. Literally all of my Clone Wars thoughts are in that video,
where we had to kind of spoil the show for ourselves in order to do a good job on new Rockstars.
That's how seriously we take some of these games right now.
What are some other people in the chat watching right here? Daredevil on Netflix. Michael is saying that. Fun thought. I've been thinking of trying to possibly contact Charlie Cox for an interview, but then I'm like, all I've seen from him is Daredevil. That would be a boring interview for the guy.
I saw the theory of everything.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can diversify.
I mean, I'm sure I've seen Charlie Cox and other things that aren't coming to mind, but I'd only want to talk to him about Daredevil. And I feel like he'd be so sick and tired of talking about Daredevil by this point. You know, just a little thought. If you guys are new to the stream, we're talking about movies and shows you watched during quarantine. And if you've been here for a little bit, make sure to hit that like button. I think it does something.
I think it does.
Okay, who else do we got in the chat here? Did I just click this?
Hey, yeah.
No, wrong one. Yeah, there you go.
Hey,
Anissa Oliva. I expect nothing less than Anissa Oliva to be in the super chat.
Yes. It wouldn't be one without her.
Criminal Minds TV show is one I've been watching. Have you seen that?
Minds. I've seen a few episodes. That's the one I remember when it came on. They were like, "This is the crime procedural show. It's gonna get messed up. It's gonna be the really dark, gory one."
You know, John. Every time something's brought up of a show, you're always like, "I've seen some of them." How come we never get a thing where you're like, yeah, I've seen the whole thing? It's always I've seen bits and pieces, I've seen something, and then you go on and talk about stuff as if you really know what the material is. What is your problem?
Well, you know, jack of all trades, master of none, including in
including my viewing
including storytelling. I like to catch disparate details. But Criminal Minds, I mean, I feel like if you've seen 10 episodes, you understand what the show is.
Yeah.
You know, they're not gonna they're literally not going to break the mold every time.
Is it violent?
It's pretty violent. It's pretty dark. It's the one where it's all about like I think the focus of that crime procedural is like mental disturbances and like serial killer type stuff specifically. Oh,
and of course I've been watching Hannibal as of late.
Oh, hey.
Here's how this stream is going. I've noticed so far. I'm going to review our stream every 5 to 10 minutes. We're giving our stuff. And then we're looking at the stream stuff, and then we're going to the super chat stuff, and then we just keep going in that little cycle right there. Yeah.
Nancy, Justified is a show I've been dying to start because I love Timothy Olyphant, and I've heard that show is great.
Rewatched. Sorry for cutting you off. What was the show that you've been hearing about? That, or you've seen bits and pieces of, or seen fragments of.
I just said it was Justified. Justified with Timothy Olyphant.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah.
Whoa, John, we're not going in the order.
I'm so sorry. You said the order.
What was the order? I've lost track of the order so far. Okay, all right.
Well, Super Chat was number 3.
All right, let's go back. Okay, Super Chat is next on the list here. Rizzo Gaming, thanks again, buddy.
Thanks, darling.
Ryan Beatty. And Back to the Futures, they're all comfort movies and shows for me. Beyond that, I'm just getting recommendations and working my way through them.
And they're all on Netflix, all the Back to the Futures.
Are they really?
I think so, yeah. Last night we were looking for 300, and I found all of those movies instead.
So in regards to Ryan Beatty's Super Chat, thank you again, Ryan Beatty.
Ryan.
What would you say your favorite Back to the Future movie is, John?
You know, when I was a kid, I would have definitely said part 2 just because hoverboards and like cool future stuff. I feel like now it would either be 1 or 3. But that's just
way to make your answers exciting. I would say, I don't know why this is my go-to bit.
Your answers suck.
The first like 20 minutes of every live stream is just make fun of John until you got something else to talk about, Greg.
Back to the Future 2 is definitely the one I have the best recollection of. But yes, I would think that the first one's probably the best one, but there's something oddly charming about the Western.
I would say it's Back to the Future 1 for me still. We'll go 1, 3, 2 for me for Back to the Future. But Back to the Future are great comfort movies, man.
Yeah.
I think there's always something to appreciate about it upon every rewatch. And this is not necessarily a movie or a show. It's definitely not, but I want to shout this one out. I saw Chris Stuckman's I don't know how to pronounce it. I've seen so many of them. I still don't know how to pronounce it. Hilocracy?
I think it's Hilariosity.
Hilariosity. His Catwoman Hilariosity review. And that was fun.
Oh,
and I've also seen John Campia's rant about Robert Pattinson's Batman
spitting in the face of his fans.
I mean, I love John Campia. He's a friend of mine.
Well,
I really do. And
you love about him is these moments.
And I love how passionate John Campia is.
Yeah.
Because even though I don't agree with what he was saying, he's just so entertaining to watch. He set out to make the ESPN of movie news, and I think he's done that. And it really showcases in that rant right there. I remember the last time I saw him, it was after his rant about the Jack Hine guy on Collider. Yes. And I told him, like, one day I want to go on your show and I want you to say all those exact things to me. That's going to be my, like, fan tribute thing I want.
Just rip me a new one, John. Tell me how much you disapprove.
All right, let's see what other people have been saying here in the stream.
Ooh.
All the RoboCop movies from Holographic movies, Rick and Morty, The Upside Down, Good Boys, Godzilla, and favorite thing, watching us.
Buddy,
We are not better than RoboCop 2. Come on, man.
we're at least on par with part 3, though.
I love Ben Arkham's comment. Ben Arkham is saying, play Batman Arkham. That's very aptly named username.
I will do that.
Ooh, Neon H, is this your first time watching The Haunting of Hill House?
Oh, if it is, that's a treat.
That is the weirdest binge watchy show I've ever seen.
Yes, it is.
And binge watchy is not a word, but it's the weirdest binge watch show because it's so deliberate and so, like, way more of a drama than it is a horror show.
Yeah.
Yet you just want to keep watching the fucking thing. It's that good.
You do.
It's not like it's high on suspense. It's got the craziest fucking cliffhangers in the world, but yet you want to keep watching the show.
Mm-hmm.
I really think oh my god, give me the first letter of that director's name.
Okay. M.
I know it's like Mike something, isn't it?
Mike. Yes.
What's the first letter of his last name?
F.
Mike Fermentrant. Flanagan. Mike
Flanagan.
Mike Flanagan. He's gonna be he's directing a new Stephen King movie.
Hey.
That's all he wants to do.
Stephen King.
J.J. Abrams gets all the star stuff, and then he gets all the Stephen King stuff.
Yeah. And then Jordan Peele have all the Lovecraft.
Yeah. If you guys are new here, movies and shows you watch during quarantine, make sure to hit that like button. Man, that's annoying to say. Make sure to hit that like button.
Sure.
I would just assume that if you like the video, you'd hit the like button. But apparently that's the thing we haven't been doing all these years, is telling people to hit the like button.
Well, and honestly, since we've put more focus on it, I, as a YouTube user, have started using it way more
me too.
Ever.
Me too.
Like,
it's very true.
Nowadays, I interact with videos so much more.
Very true. John,
what?
John, you have a redemption at your Bernie Sanders impression here.
Oh, here we go. It's time.
It's time for Bernie Alvarado's. Ooh, I love your super chat, dude.
I love your super chat.
I love everyone's super chats. I
adore your super
I love I love what you contributed here. Just say it, John. Do your Bernie Sanders impression for Bernie Alvarado.
I watched Jurassic Park and My Hero Academia. Which character from My Hero Academia is your favorite? And what is your favorite quirk from the show?
Oh my God. John, that was a great Bernie Sanders impression.
Thanks, man. I just relaxed into it.
Now, just to make sure we're not isolating everyone, can you reread Bernie Alvarado's super chat? Thank you again, by the way, but in your best Donald Trump voice.
I watched Jurassic Park and My Hero Academia. Which character from My Hero Academia is your favorite, and which is your favorite quirk from the show? It's got the best quirks, best characters. I don't know. Ask anyone who watches anime; they'll say it's the best.
I don't know if you haven't seen My Hero Academia or not, people, whoever's in this live stream, but it is seriously one of the best shows ever. My favorite character and quirk from the show My Hero Academia. Do you have an answer? I like the guy who thrusts his crotch. Who's that guy? The thrust guy, crotch guy.
Aoyama.
Aoyama, yeah.
The navel laser.
Yeah, navel laser guy. He's my favorite.
Yeah, who made Midoriya the cheese plate.
I just don't see his power ever truly coming in handy in like a real battle. And how is he so high up at UA Academy?
I really have a soft spot in my heart for Aizawa for every reason. I just love how like over everything he constantly is. But in terms of quirks, I love Dark Shadow. Tokoyami's bird guy. I think that's pretty rad.
Well, thank you, Bernie Alvarado.
Thank you, Bern.
MMA King saying Wayne's World. I still, I haven't seen Wayne's World, but I listened to Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend podcast.
Dana Carvey?
No, Mike Myers.
Oh, damn.
This is why you don't interrupt, John. You always try to sound like a know-it-all, and then you just mess it up.
Clearly, I didn't know it all.
Do I try to sound like a know-it-all?
When?
Maybe.
Depends on the time.
Atlanta. John loves that
love
show.
Atlanta. And at some point, it'll come back.
Anthony in the chat is saying Jack Ryan, The Witcher, which is the new Jack Ryan series.
Like, how do we jazz this up for the kids?
What if Jack Ryan was in The Witcher?
Toss a coin to your John Grisham character.
I want to watch Akira sometime in the next couple of weeks. That's a question that's coming up in this chat right now.
I feel like that is one I owe it to myself to watch.
All right, let's see where.
Log you, Biff Tannen. All right.
Okay. Let's see here. PJ, thank you, PJ. Yeah. Appreciate it, buddy. I have been watching a ton of Survivor, 5 seasons in the past week. Haha. Rewatched all Marvel movies as well.
You're being efficient. How long have we been under quarantine? How many days?
Damn, dude. How have you? I don't know how you managed. Okay, so PJ, appreciate the super chat, buddy. But are you also completely not working at all at the same time? Because I don't know how else you'd have the time to watch. The Survivor's a long show. Survivor's a long show, and the MCU is a lot too.
I'm like, you've got what, 23 movies plus you've got 24 episodes a season for 5 seasons. That's over 100. That's 200 episodes of Survivor. Or no, wait, I'm doing the math wrong. It's over 100 episodes. Yeah, we've only been under quarantine for like 45 to 50 days, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like you're doubling up for sure.
You know what I've noticed about this live stream on this chat?
What?
There is not one similarity here. There's like maybe Marvel movies. This might be the only thing I'm seeing here that's consistent. But everyone in this live stream, they're all over the place. What everyone's been watching.
I love that Robert Becerra is here to keep Mr. Megorium alive in these chats. I've heard Killing Eve is really great, and I'm super happy that Cedric, you watched Creep 1 and 2. I've actually not seen Creep 2 yet, but I love the first Creep.
So would you guys say that right now what you're doing during quarantine is you're rewatching stuff, or are you catching up on stuff? Are you more looking for like your comfort shows and comfort movies? I'm seeing some people here who are saying like I've rewatched all of The Office. But then I'm hearing movies and I'm like, is this a movie you're watching for the first time? Like Alien Resurrection?
Yeah.
Or
no, but
Silence.
Seriously, like if you can name if it was a first time or a repeat, because I'm also trying to like, I've watched, I know I've watched 3 movies I haven't seen before in this time. And I've rewatched a lot of things I haven't seen in ages. So I would love to know.
Can I just say,
no,
this is going to slow down the process of getting to the questions and everything. But I really do love doing the live streams. I really do.
Yeah, man.
They're so much
fun.
I never know if they're actually good. If I'm being totally honest.
Good, yeah.
And I've said that to some people who I've talked to on Patreon. I'm like, I honestly have no idea if they're good. I just know that this is like the most you'll get of, like when we're shooting like a real video, like an actual video, where I'm also thinking about like the editing, and I'm thinking about all these things and time and exporting and import. Like there's so much on my mind about, we got a big to-do list. We usually have like 20 things on our whiteboard that we got to knock off. And with the live streams, it's just it really had, I would say, like with quarantine, with this topic being quarantine, this has probably been like the greatest thing in the world of just, it's made me feel more comfortable to be even more of myself.
Yeah,
exactly. in life and on camera too, not really concerned. So I appreciate anyone who's here right now. This is our first time doing a live stream at this hour during quarantine time. So I appreciate everyone who's here.
Well, yeah, and I feel like in doing these too, it's a nice outlet, and I think it's a nice way to there's something to be said, I think, for having a show that is very loose to kind of reset the week, so it's like we can get on here, we can have fun, interact with you guys, chill out a little bit in a way that's still entertaining. So yeah, thank you all for feeding this, and for making it what it is.
Seriously, guys, thank you,
because this is the first time we've ever had a consistent live, like we've done one-offs here and there before, but yeah, this is our
it's all a blast.
The Meg. Great choice.
TM, you're so nice. You're so
Great
nice. TM
choice.
Sweet Life on Disney Plus is another one I'm hearing a lot of.
Proto Sprouse.
Hillary B. Been watching reactors. Good to know. Who's your favorite though, Hillary B?
Yeah. Rank them.
Let's see here. This is so interesting. See what people are actually watching right now. Anissa, oh my God, Anissa.
Look out.
Thank you. Also, hello to my 2 lovely people. How is your day going? I feel as though you don't get asked that question enough. Well, I I wish I read your super chat before saying how much I love doing the live streams, because that would have been the perfect opportunity to segue into being a little sweet and a little sentimental towards what we're doing right now.
Yeah, you really wrecked the show now.
Because you always catch us in a slightly different mood with every stream that we do.
Mm-hmm.
And it's weird because normally when we go on a stream, there's been a lot of random tense things that have been going on. And then we go on a live stream and then it like, hey, we're having a great time.
And then we just, go into this bubble of loosening up.
And it's been like really, it's actually been, there's been some hiccups along the way this week, but overall it's been a positive week. Mm-hmm. And I'd say I'm good. I speak for both of us. We're doing good.
If you're good, I'm good.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, I feel like we this week had the luxury. It's not always a luxury at the time, but I feel like this week was very front loaded. So usually we're doing these also at the end of this like the last order of the week.
Yeah.
After perhaps a long day, perhaps a long week. So I feel like this week has been. The front end was we got to get this brand deal for GPK up. We got to do this other thing for new rock stars, and now it's chiller. So.
Also, another movie I watched. I watched this movie for the first time. Randomly put it on. Nicolas Cage movie. It's called Moonlight. Have you seen that?
Moonlight?
Yeah, John. Have you seen bits and pieces? Not Moonlight. Moonstruck.
I was about to say I have seen all of Moonstruck several times. Chrissy, bring me the big knife.
John. You know what I meant.
Bring me the big knife.
You know you don't do that whole like. What are you talking about?
You knew
what I was referring to.
He could have.
Come on.
He could have.
Moonstruck.
Moonstruck is What'd you think?
Wasn't a big fan.
That's fair.
Review over.
I like it, but
I didn't get it. I think I laughed maybe one time way late into the movie.
Okay.
I couldn't tell if I was watching some weird dark dramedy or a comedy. It just was. And then by the end of it, I was like, okay, so I guess the takeaway is cheat and you'll find love. That was my experience with Moonstruck.
Okay. Return to it in 8 years' time and just see if it's grown. Because I mean,
you got to be around like 40 years old to really appreciate the movie Moonstruck.
I'm just transcribing my own experience of watching it as a child and being like, I know that one scene where he says the big knife thing and then growing up and then being like, oh, I appreciate this now. But yeah, that's actually an interesting topic. There are at least there's been one or two movies I've seen where I'm like, I might appreciate this much later in life.
Which one?
There's a movie called Possession comes directly to mind. It's an 80s like domestic horror movie with Sam Neill. And a lot of people I know are like, this thing's a masterpiece. I love it. It speaks to me. And I saw it in the theater and I was so aggravated. Like I was aggravated. It's one of the few movies where I was like, please stop. Stop with this jarring style. But yeah, I just don't think I was in the right place to appreciate it.
John, I listened to most of what you said.
Repeat it all. Verbatim.
Oh, we got Tara Erickson in our chat.
Erickson, everybody go subscribe to Tara. Follow her on Stardust. Go be on our Patreon. Everything, all of the above.
If you guys don't know Tara Erickson, I'd be very surprised if you don't. But Tara Erickson, I want you to know it's a wild experience with her every single time we do a video together, because she's actually a fairly calm human being in real life.
Yeah. You have a magic mojo that you can just flip on.
We talk with each other before we film every single time because we're actually friends. So we talk with each other. Usually, sometimes we go way too long for talking before we finally get to filming. And we'll just be having like a real conversation. Not even really many. We don't even really joke around. And then suddenly that camera turns on. I'm in a relaxed mode. I'm like, all right, we have a good relaxed rapport. And then she's just like balls to the wall insane.
I'm reenacting a trailer.
I need to readjust as soon as possible with Tara's energy.
I'm going to start my own side channel where I just do parodies of Tara.
No, but Tara's the best, man.
Tara's the best. Tara's good people.
Gosh.
Okay. I have not seen the Hateful Eight extended edition, but good for you for watching it.
Rewatching the Raid movies. That's a good call, man.
All two of them.
What's up in here?
HBO
should upgrade our camera. Well, we should upgrade our
should get a
camera. You know, fuck it. Yeah,
we should get an
upgrade
Alexa.
our camera.
Let's spend $16,000. We'll rent it out to films who need it to pay it off, and then in a few years we'll be able to use it.
I'm not going to justify, but we currently edit on two computers, and our other computer is fucking almost dead. Like it's just. It's
from 2012. It's holding on.
And we just spent a lot of money to get a new computer, a lot of money. So that way we can keep things going smoothly again.
Yep.
And then we'll work on the camera afterwards. Right now, the camera's pretty good for the actual videos.
Yeah. Well, and keep in mind that this is a live, capture card port. So
exactly,
it's going to be a little less than normal quality.
Oh my God. Brendan V joined the chat. Nice to see you here, buddy.
Who's getting into more horror movies, I think I saw him say.
That's nice to hear.
That's good. If you need recommendations, throw them out there.
Whoa. Wait a minute.
Whoa.
Brittany Lang, I'm seeing here your message was retracted.
Wow. Did you swear? Were you saying some profanities?
Why was your message retracted?
Yeah, what gives?
Brittany,
well, how could you?
I just want to say those are the best kind of super chats where you don't even have to answer it and you just go, thank you. Come again. I'm just joking.
Thanks for changing your profile photo again.
Brittany, if you super chat, thanks for changing. Yes, you did change your profile. Good notice.
Thank you.
It's called empowerment. You got to learn how to do it if you want to be successful
what's
in life.
Wrong with you guys?
Empower people. I'm empowering John right there. That's called a compliment.
I feel powerful.
Now he's going to do a better job, not just here, but in life, because I gave him a compliment. Empowerment.
All it takes is the one.
John, you don't have to talk sometimes, all right?
I'm sorry, sir.
And that's called constructive criticism.
Can I offer you a piece of advice? You don't need to talk.
But Brittany, if you have a question, let us know. Yeah.
Yes. Feel free to throw it in the free chat and we'll try and grab it.
Anissa back in the chat would expect nothing less. Thank you, Anissa. So sweet. Riverdale. Supernatural. Oh, what happens on Supernatural season 12? We're only on season 5. Spoil the show for us. Does Sam and Dean make it? Trying to catch up before the series ends.
Don't answer any of that.
Ed Wood. She recently saw Ed Wood thanks to you, John.
Lost my pearlies in the war.
Dude, yeah. John, look at you. Your recommendations are being received.
I know.
How does that make you feel?
It feels good because I rarely recommend directly to people. There are a few movies where I'm like, you would like this. But to be fair, I think she asked me what my favorite movie was.
It seems like what a lot of people, someone here is watching Scream 3 a lot.
Yeah,
but it seems like more people are watching shows than movies now.
I'm glad to see somebody is watching King Kong 1975 because Jeff Bridges doesn't get enough love for that. Limitless. Somebody was today talking to me about Limitless.
That's a good story, John. That's called
They
lying.
asked if I had seen it. I said no, but I remember the trailer and it looked good and I heard it was good.
You haven't seen Limitless?
No. Not even the TV show where Bradley Cooper shows up.
Not even the TV show?
Not even the TV show.
Everyone's seen the Limitless show.
Oh, I want to see that documentary. I thought Alex Winter made Side by Side, not Keanu Reeves. I thought it was Bill, not Ted.
You know what I watched? Oh my God.
Though.
John, please, let me interrupt you. This is important. This is a damn good comedy. I watched the movie Good Boys.
Ooh.
That's been recommended for a while. That movie, I like more than Superbad. I really love that. Oh! Apparently, Judd Apatow is watching the stream right now and doesn't want the camera working. That movie.
At least he's learning how to edit.
It's easy to compare it to Superbad, but what was great about it was they actually felt like I think they cast. I might be very surprised if they're not. I think they cast like real little kids, and there is so much heart in that movie, and the compliments you would give it would sound like the same compliments you would give Superbad.
Yeah.
But I watched it by myself and I can only imagine how great of a time it would have been in the actual theaters with a crowd. But watching it by myself, I don't laugh as much at things out loud consistently when I'm by myself, but that film had me cracking up. If you have not seen Good Boys, I think you can watch it I think I watched it on HBO now. So yeah, I really think that is a worthwhile movie. John, what are you doing on our stream?
I am trying to wreck it, Ralph. Oh,
John, you said you watched like a gazillion things. What else have you watched?
I am going to shout out Alex Hine really quick for watching Loving Vincent, because I'm also going to use that as a segue. But that is a very, I'd be curious to hear your thoughts, just because it's not like super typical in terms of story structure, but it's really beautiful to look at. And on the heels of that, I watched 2 animated movies I had never seen before.
And what were those, John?
One was Kubo and the Two Strings, which is like a joint. And I mean, it was absolutely gorgeous to behold, and I really like the way that they go about marrying their different kinds of animation. And yeah, it just has a ton of aura. It was really beautiful, and it told like a samurai type tale, a samurai action type tale, you know, in the animated format. So I thought that was a cool transposition too.
I'm on Stardust to see what John's not mentioning.
And I also watched an animated film called The Secret of Kells, which is an Irish production, I believe, which is it's about a real book called The Book of Kells, which was you know, a religious text that these monks were, you know, poring over and working on, and it's hard to describe it. Basically, it's about, you know, this village that's trying to fortify itself when the Vikings are about to attack it, and you know, this young boy is really engrossed in working on the book and all that, and it's got this really beautiful aura tone. Like, it's an animated movie that a kid could watch, but it's not aimed directly at kids, so it has this really beautiful Baroque classical art style. It's not a tradition, like, it's not the viewing experience you're used to with an animated movie, but it also has all the personality and imagination that you're used to. So yeah, I would definitely recommend that, especially if you want something that has historical roots and mythological roots.
Is this kind of review the thing that's going to get you to your 200 viewers you're looking to get, John?
Yeah, that's exactly it. I'm mostly trying to please Golden HD by making the channel as fun as it used to be, by going off on a brief review of an animated film I watched.
Wow, what are they doing in the live stream then? I love the mean people who join the live streams.
I do love the mean people.
Because I can dish it, but I can't take it.
No, I can't either. In fact, I'm crying. There's just, the tears are flowing down my throat.
Wait a minute. Okay, someone's watching Gotham. Hey, someone watched Bloodshot. Someone watched. How was Bloodshot?
Yeah. Shouts out to them.
Is that actually worth it?
Shouts out to them. They sent us copies of the book, actually. I was thumbing through them. Yeah, let me
know. So did you read it? Or did you just peek it or sneak?
I read it. Yeah. I read the
You read the whole thing? Oh, wow.
Bloodshot expert.
You completed something.
Hey, that's a fair rib. Me completing things is a feat.
Alex Underwood, happy birthday to you.
Ooh, Wrinkle the Clown. Is that the horror movie?
All right, so we got That Guy Carey. Look at this person's thumbnail right here.
I like great. It a lot.
Watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Supernatural with you awesome gents. Oh, thanks for being a patron, Jack, dude. Finish phase 2 and 3 of the MCU because I felt uncultured. Whoa, this is your first time watching it? Is it actually... You were having an interesting viewing experience, dude. He finished phase 2 and 3 of the MCU because he felt uncultured. So he's finally catching up on the MCU. You've
finally seen the end game.
And now he just finished Game of Thrones. These are like the 2 biggest things from last year.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones and Endgame. And so he's catching up on the 2 biggest things in pop culture right now.
So now I'm thinking, by finished, do you mean like you hadn't seen all the way through part 2, like phase 2, so you picked up? Or did you have like pieces of like, had you seen Infinity War and Endgame up until that point, or was all of that new to you too? Because like watching so much, like a half a decade's worth so close together, had to have been interesting.
And now he's finished. Oh, dude, how great is that final season of Game of Thrones? Huh?
How great
is that final? I mean, we've had a lot of finales in 2019. Rise of Skywalker, Game of Thrones, Endgame.
So great.
Let's face it. Game of Thrones did it number 1 and best.
Number 1 best.
Rise of Skywalker was second best. And Endgame, you know,
it doesn't really belong in the same conversation.
I just don't think it. I don't want to put that movie to shame.
Totally unsatisfying. Really unearned crossovers.
Why'd everyone leave the live stream? What just happened?
Mimi M catching up on classic albums. Speaking of. Actually, I was bumping Aquemini just recently because I don't have a great knowledge of the Outkast catalog, so I've been educating myself, and that's some groovy shiz.
Joanne just finished. What, John? I just say someone's name, and you go,
remembered.
I'm trying to interact with the chat.
The concert is
because the whole point of live stream is to interact with the chat, and then what you're doing is you're interrupting.
Thrones,
I'm trying to increase engagement.
Who are you going to talk
I don't
to?
remember.
Damn it.
Joanne just finished Game of
Joanne.
Stranger Things.
Hey, did you not get spoiled? I hope not.
Hillary, I got to check your Patreon message. How did you like Stranger Things for the first time? I'm seeing a lot of love for the show called Center Stage here in the chat.
I don't know what that is.
Well,
Ooh.
I'm sure maybe you've seen bits and pieces of it, but then we'll talk about it as if you've actually seen it.
Yes, we shall. At a later date.
Hey, if you guys
On
are new to
video.
the stream or have been here for just a few minutes, make sure to hit that like button. I want to see if that does anything.
Hey, I saw some love for Hacksaw Ridge there. Your boy Mel.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
My God.
My God.
Mel
my
did-
God.
Mel Gibson did the right thing because after the whole Jewish rant debacle,
After the whole Jewish thing.
he cast a Jew in Hacksaw Ridge, his follow-up directing movie post Jew rant.
You know what?
He cast a Jew.
The only way he should go on even further apology and just make like a Holocaust movie starring a woman.
He wanted to make a movie, I think, about the Maccabees, but apparently the Jewish community had a problem with it. Can't see why.
No,
Can't
that's
see why. I mean, the guy behind Lethal Weapon, is that what it was? I don't think it had anything to do with the rant.
the best way for him to redeem himself is to literally run somebody else's culture through his own filter.
The Wire. You know, I wanted to watch The Wire first. According to the live stream, we have 0 viewers on here.
Wow, nobody cares.
Wow.
Nobody cares about.
But
the
we
old
have
Greg and
we have
John.
excellent connection though, but 0 viewers on the
Hey,
live stream.
we have 111 likes though.
it's according to what we can see, it says 0 people watch.
Yeah.
It went from 111 to no one's watching you right now.
No one cares. Move on.
And I know it's just a glitch in the system, but I'm still taking it personal.
Deja vu.
As if it's something that's really happening to me right now.
Oh, it is really happening.
Well, considering that YouTube's malfunctioning on our end, let's go through some of the super chats then while we're here, shall we?
Write a comment if you're still here.
I think people are, but we can't see them because something's going wrong with YouTube.
Greetings to Switzerland.
All right, let's see here. Brittany Lang. Oh, Brittany Lang actually got a question now. Thank you, Brittany.
Yeah.
See, earlier, if you guys are just tuning in, but apparently no one's tuning in.
Last time on the live stream.
Brittany Lang submitted a super chat, but there's nothing there. And now she's got a question. Hey, guys, how's it going? The shows that I have been watching is Friends and rewatching The Witcher. And on Disney Plus, The Mighty Ducks Saga. Is The Mighty Ducks Saga like the cartoon one?
Yeah.
Wow.
Or just all the movies. We talking all the movies.
I
guess we could call that a saga if you wanted to call it a saga.
Rewatch. Well, if you're rewatching The Witcher already, it must be that good of a
good.
show, because anytime I rewatch a show, especially, I wait a while before I rewatch the show. Are you checking to see if we're still live, or are you just checking text messages,
Well, yeah.
John? Uh-oh. Do we got to redo this?
I don't know.
Oh, no.
Let me check YouTube itself.
Oh, no. This is bad. This is so bad. But it says we got 73 viewers here.
Maybe it's reconnecting. I don't know. Oh, Anissa just hit me up. What's happening? My YouTube app is loading nothing.
Oh, no.
Oh.
We shouldn't edit this out. We should leave all
We
this.
should
We should
leave
leave
all
all
of
this.
this.
No one's even here right now.
Oh my goodness.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Oh boy.
How do we reconnect? What do we do? We should leave all this in.
Yes. Yeah, we
People
have
should
to leave it all
know
in.
the awkwardness behind this. We're ending this live stream.